Welcome back to Numastrade today. We are diving deep into the fascinating story of the 1941 Lincoln Wheat Penny, a 1-cent coin that may look ordinary but carries extraordinary history, value, and collecting potential. If you love rare coins, hidden treasures, and surprising values, this is a story you don't want to miss. The birth of an American classic. The Lincoln cent design was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. The design was created by sculptor Victor David Brenner. On the front, we see the proud profile of President Abraham Lincoln, the first real historical figure ever featured on a circulating United States coin. On the back, two elegant wheat stalks frame the words 1 cent and United States of America. By 1941, this design had already been in circulation for over 3 decades. Yet each year carries its own story, and 1941 stands at the edge of history, just months before the attack on Pearl Harbor would change the world forever. Where the 1941 penny was minted, the 1941 Lincoln Wheat Penny was produced at 3 major facilities of the United States Mint: the Philadelphia Mint, with no mint marked; the Denver Mint, marked with a small d; the San Francisco Mint, marked with an S. Each mint produced millions of pennies that year. Philadelphia struck over 887 million coins. Denver produced more than 128 million. San Francisco made around 92 million. Because of these high mintages, many collectors assume the 1941 penny is common and inexpensive. But that's only part of the story. Why condition changes everything in coin collecting. Condition is king. A heavily circulated 1941 penny may only be worth a small premium over face value. But a coin preserved in exceptional condition, especially one graded in high mint state by professional services, can command serious attention. Collectors look for sharp details in Lincoln's hair, clear lines in the wheat stalks, and strong luster across the surface. Original red color, often referred to as red by grading companies, significantly increases desirability. Copper coins naturally darken over time, so finding a bright red 1941 penny from over 80 years ago is a true challenge. The impact of World War I. The year 1941 represents the last full year before wartime changes dramatically affected U.S. coin production. In 1943, copper would be temporarily replaced with steel to conserve metal for the war effort. That makes 1941 one of the final pre-war copper issues before those historic changes took place. Collectors often value pre-war coins not just for rarity, but for their connection to a peaceful America before global conflict reshaped industry and everyday life. Every 1941 penny circulated during a time of anticipation, uncertainty, and national transformation. Mint marked differences in scarcity among the 3 mint locations. The 1941s typically had the lowest production numbers. However, lower mintage does not automatically mean extreme rarity. Survival rate matters just as much as mintage. The 1941D is known for generally strong strikes, but fully detailed examples with blazing red surfaces are not easy to find today. The Philadelphia issue is the most common overall, yet in top-tier certified grades, even these can become scarce. Error coins and varieties. One exciting aspect of collecting 1941 Lincoln Wheat Pennies is the possibility of mint errors and varieties. While not every coin will have one, collectors sometimes discover a doubled die features off-center strikes, die cracks, repunched mint marks. These unusual characteristics can dramatically increase a coin's desirability. A simple 1-cent coin can suddenly become a centerpiece of a collection if it displays a dramatic and visible minting error. How to identify a valuable 1941 penny? If you believe you have a 1941 Lincoln Wheat Penny worth examining, here are a few important steps. First, check the mint mark below the date. Second, evaluate the overall condition. Is Lincoln's hair sharp? Are the wheat lines crisp? Third, examine the color. Is it bright red, red-brown, or dark brown? Fourth, consider professional grading from reputable companies such as PCGS or NGC. Certified coins often bring higher confidence in the marketplace. Never clean your coin. Cleaning can permanently damage the surface and dramatically reduce value. The market for 1941 wheat pennies. The coin market has grown significantly over the past decades. Online auctions, coin shows, and certified grading services have made rare coin collecting more transparent and competitive. High-grade 1941 Lincoln Wheat Pennies have appeared at major auctions, sometimes surprising collectors with strong final bids. The excitement often comes from the combination of history, condition, rarity, and collector demand. Why collectors love wheat pennies? Wheat pennies remain one of the most popular entry points into coin collecting. They are affordable for beginners yet offer endless variety for advanced collectors. Completing a full Lincoln Wheat Penny set from 1909 to 1958 is a rewarding challenge. The 1941 issue fits perfectly within that classic series. It represents a historical turning point and offers opportunities across multiple mint marks and conditions. Preserving your coin. If you own a 1941 penny, proper storage is essential. Keep it in a cool, dry environment. Use protective holders designed for coins. Avoid handling the surface directly with bare fingers, as oils from skin can cause long-term damage. Collectors who preserve their coins carefully may see their value remain stable or grow over time. A small coin with a big legacy. The beauty of the 1941 Lincoln Wheat Penny is that it connects us to ordinary Americans of the past. This coin might have purchased a loaf of bread, a newspaper, or a bus ride. It may have passed through the hands of soldiers, factory workers, and families preparing for uncertain times. Today, it sits as a collectible reminder of a pivotal year in American history. It carries the image of Abraham Lincoln, a symbol of unity and strength, during another period when the nation would soon be tested. We are diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins in American history, the 1954 Lincoln Wheat Penny. At first glance, it may look like just another copper coin resting quietly in a jar, drawer, or old collection. But hidden behind its small size is a powerful story of history, design, rarity, and surprising value. In this video, we'll explore the background of this coin, its design details, minting story, condition grades, rare errors, and what truly makes collectors chase after certain examples. And at the very end, I'll reveal a jaw-dropping price that one extraordinary piece has reached. So stay with me until the end, because this tiny penny might change the way you look at spare change forever. History of the Lincoln Wheat Penny. To truly understand the 1954 Wheat Penny, we must travel back to 1909, when the Lincoln cent was first introduced. It was created to honor the 100th anniversary of the birth of President Abraham Lincoln. This was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical person instead of a symbolic figure. The design was created by Victor David Brenner, and it quickly became one of the most recognized coins in American history. The wheat design on the reverse, featuring two simple wheat stalks, symbolized prosperity and unity. For nearly 50 years, this design remained unchanged, becoming a staple in American pockets. By 1954, the wheat penny had already become a beloved part of daily life in the United States. The Denver Mint and the D Mint mark. The 1954 D penny was struck at the Denver Mint. The D Mint mark appears just below the date on the obverse of the coin. During the 1950s, the Denver Mint was producing massive quantities of coins to meet the needs of a growing post-war America. Millions upon millions of pennies were struck in 1954, and at first glance, that might suggest the coin is extremely common. However, while circulated examples are indeed easy to find, high-grade uncirculated specimens are a completely different story. And that's where the excitement begins. Design details that collectors love. The obverse features a right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln. Above his head, the word liberty is inscribed, while the national motto "In God We Trust" curves along the top rim. The year 1954 sits just beside Lincoln's profile, along with the small but significant D Mint mark. On the reverse, the words 1 cent sit boldly in the center, with United States of America beneath. The Latin motto E pluribus unum stretches across the top. Two elegant wheat stalks frame the design on each side. This simplicity is exactly what makes the wheat penny so charming. It represents an era of classic American coinage: clean, balanced, and meaningful. Metal composition and CHRCTRSTACS. The 1954 D Wheat Penny was struck in 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. This composition gives the coin its rich reddish-brown tone when preserved well. Over time, exposure to air and handling can turn the bright red surface into brown or even dark chocolate shades. Collectors pay special attention to color. Coins are generally classified as red, red-brown, or brown. Fully red examples are the most desirable because they retain their original mint luster. These are the coins that can bring serious money at auction. Condition is everything. When it comes to coin collecting, condition is king. A heavily circulated 1954 D penny with worn details might only be worth a small premium over face value. But a sharply struck coin with blazing red color and no visible marks can be worth dramatically more. Professional grading services evaluate coins on a scale from poor to mint state 70. A mint state coin shows no wear from circulation. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin becomes. For the 1954 D penny, the real value jump happens in the highest mint state grades. Coins graded MS66 or MS67 with full red color are rare because most pennies from this era were handled, stored improperly, or exposed to environmental damage. Finding one in exceptional condition is like discovering a time capsule from 1954. Error coins in VRATIS. Another factor that increases value is mint errors. While the 1954 D penny is not widely known for major famous varieties like doubled dies, collectors still search carefully for off-center strikes, die cracks, repunched mint marks, and other small anomalies. An off-center strike can dramatically increase interest, especially if the date and mint mark are still visible. Die cracks or cuts can add personality and uniqueness to a coin. These small production mistakes can transform an ordinary penny into a collectible conversation piece. Why 1954 is special? 1954 represents one of the final years of the Wheat Penny design before it was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial Reverse in 1959. That makes late-date Wheat Pennies nostalgic for many collectors. They mark the closing chapter of a classic American coin design that lasted half a century. Collectors often attempt to complete full sets of Lincoln Wheat Pennies from 1909 to 1958. The 1954 D is an essential piece of that puzzle. While it may not be the rarest in the series, high-grade examples are surprisingly difficult to find. Auction results and market demand. Over the years, auction records have shown that top-quality 1954 D pennies can achieve astonishing results. Competitive bidding among collectors pushes prices higher, especially when the coin displays exceptional strike, brilliant red surfaces, and minimal contact marks. The coin market is driven by supply and demand. While millions were made, very few survived in pristine condition. That imbalance creates opportunity. And when a top-graded coin appears at auction, serious collectors are ready to compete. How to check your own 1954 DPNNY? If you think you might own one of these coins, start by examining the date and mint mark carefully. Look for the small d beneath the year. Next, inspect the color. Does it still have original red luster? Or has it turned brown? Use a magnifying glass to check for scratches, marks, and wear on Lincoln's cheek and jawline. The sharper the details and cleaner the surfaces, the better. If you suspect your coin is in outstanding condition, consider having it graded by a professional service. Storage and preservation. If you own any Wheat Pennies, proper storage is critical. Keep them in a cool, dry place. Use coin holders or protective capsules to prevent scratches and oxidation. Avoid cleaning coins, as this can significantly reduce their value. Collectors prefer original surfaces, even if they show minor aging. Cleaning a coin might make it shine temporarily, but it destroys natural luster and can leave hairline scratches. In the coin world, originality is everything. The thrill of the hunt. One of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting is the treasure hunt. Many collectors search through old rolls of pennies, estate sales, and inherited collections hoping to discover hidden gems. The idea that a simple penny could be worth thousands of dollars keeps the passion alive. The 1954 D Lincoln Wheat Penny reminds us that value isn't always obvious. Sometimes history, condition, and rarity combine to create something extraordinary from something ordinary. Final THOUGHTS. The 1954 D Wheat Penny stands as a symbol of mid-century America. It reflects craftsmanship, history, and the enduring appeal of small copper coins. While most examples are common, the finest specimens are anything but ordinary.